Never to be crowned queen, never an evergreen.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Just Colleen podcast. I'm Colleen, your host, and we emphasize on don't let life get you down and try to help you to understand some of the terminology that is kind of going on in social media right now. Let's talk about karma, okay? It pops up in conversations all over the place. That's karma for you, or karma's gonna get them. But really, is karma just something cosmic, that cosmic boomerang that hits you in the face when, maybe you least expect it? Or is there really more to it? And this is where we're going to go down the rabbit hole. So really, what is karma? At its root, the word karma comes from Sanskrit. Beautiful language if you've never had opportunity to indulge in it. So what karma means is action. Yep, that's all it means. Action. And so what you do, it's not spooky or mystical or anything like that. It's just doing. It's action. But here's the deeper dive in here. In Eastern philosophies, like Hinduism, Buddhism, and others that are out there, karma refers to the idea that every action, and you've probably learned this in school, has an equal reaction. It has consequence. All right, not necessarily in the punishment kind of way, but in a cause and effect kind of way. And I know you learned cause and effect in your science classes. So when you hear people say it's just karma, what they're actually saying is you put something out there, your energy, and now it's circling back. Here's a better picture. Karma is less of what's been come to known as like a cosmic police officer. And it's actually more like a garden. You go out, you plant something. You're planting kindness and you're planting resentment or honesty. Those honesty daisies. Say you're being selfish and you're planting that. And over time, those seeds, they grow into something, right? Pollinate, spread the seeds. So maybe this is what's growing inside of you. Think about this. Maybe those seeds you planted, they're showing up in relationships. Even maybe it can take years, or it can happen in an instant. But the whole idea is that it's what you're planting. Here's the kicker. We're planting seeds consistently, whether we realize it or not. And some people, they treat karma like it's out to punish people. But, karma, that energy is not petty. It doesn't have or contain or pursue a grudge. It doesn't wait behind corners whispering, I gotcha. It's actually a system of learning, of growth, of universal alignment. And think of it like a mirror in lieu of looking at it like, when is that boomerang or hammer going to hit? You yell at someone, and that energy might come back not as someone yelling at you, but as possibly disconnection or that guilty feeling, or maybe a moment where you suddenly see yourself in someone else's frustration, someone else's shoes. It can be subtle, very, very subtle, and it can take a really long time and not always instant karma. It's not always obvious right in your face, but always nudging us just to pay attention to your words, your actions, your thoughts, because those are all energetic releases, right? And an energetic release is what? It's an action. And what is the meaning of the word karma? The Sanskrit meaning is action. All right, so can we talk about how karma's gotten a bit of a PR issue? It's become this kind of, oh, they got dumped. Karma. Oh, they got fired. Karma. Okay, maybe, but that's kind of the shallow end of the pool. People who are saying that and putting that out there, even on social media, I don't want to judge you. I don't want to say anything negative about you, but karma isn't about revenge or compromise. It's about taking personal accountability, learning to be self-aware. It's about realizing that we live in a spider web where everything that we do, big or small, everything that we think, everything that we say, it shapes the direction of the web, which shapes us as people. So if karma is action, then we're creating. Every single person, by the way, is creating karma every single day, every single moment, young or old, with how we move, how we speak, how we think, how we react, how we show up when no one's watching. Do you smile in that mirror every morning? It's not meant to scare us. It's not meant to throw in your face how awful screaming at that lady yesterday was. Once you acknowledge it, that's your lesson. You have learned. It's meant to empower us. Because if we're constantly putting energy out, then we're also constantly invited to choose. Are we choosing compassion over being bitter? Are we choosing courage over avoidance? Are we choosing to be kind and generous? Or are we choosing to be defensive? And this isn't about being perfect. We're all human. We mess up. We have a tendency to lash out at times. We ignore the red flags. But that's all part of life. That's all part of the lessons. And every moment that we spend here living is a fresh seed, a new action. And yes, you can plant seeds that will help with your reaction to an action you put out there already. It's a new choice, a new way of learning. All right, I know this sounds a little weird, and so maybe instead of saying karma's gonna get them, we could actually start saying, what kind of karma am I creating right now from putting out there that thought and those words of saying karma's gonna get them? Let's be honest, that's where all the magic is. Not in waiting for the universe to smack someone with a lesson in the head, but in realizing that we are the universe, teaching ourselves every single day, every single moment. We're going to continue this conversation in my next audio podcast next week. Thanks for hanging out today. And I'll leave you with this note. Karma does not keep scores. It keeps rhythm. And we get to dance better each time we listen. All right, take that one with you for this week. Thanks. See you next time. And thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Just Colleen. And have a fantabulous day.